As that was a pretty good return right there, Coach. He caught it on the right side of the football field and broke a couple tackles to get to the far left side and gets as much as he can, but he's only brought down at the 27 for about a gain of 17 yards.
It's good. That's good returns. You know, I like to see him go up the field.
I do too.
Straight up the middle. I mean, going across the field, everybody get opportunity to get a hand on you. But if you get up the middle of the field like Donovan, we've seen Donovan done, then we can break the line, maybe get something good.
Exactly. It's going to be first and 10 for your Hope Bobcats at the 27-yard line. As they will try to run the ball with Lindsey here, as he breaks a couple tackles, gets up the middle for a big gain of 9. That's a great job right there for Lindsey.
Now, Landon was just determined not to go down then. I
It's
like
going
he
to be
got up
second
and
and
limped.
1. They're calling that a gain of 8. Excuse me. It's going to be second and 2 on the play. We got trips right with Zion Brown, the lone receiver on the left. Going to be another run by Lindsey, but he is immediately met as soon as Patterson handed the ball off. That lineman, the defensive tackle, was there to bring him down for a big loss of 4.
We just have not been able to get our push tonight. I mean,
It's going to be third and 4 on the play.
we're kind of stalemating our blocks. We're making contact and we're stalemating. Gotta get our feet moving, get the churning, and get something small, maybe something small turn into something big.
I agree. I've seen these linemen, these defensive tackles just jam us up, and they're just able to do what they want to with us. And that's going to be a fade route, and he does have a receiver open, just can't quite make the catch right there as he tries to dive. That was a great effort on the outside by Zion Brown right there. These cornerbacks are just manning us up all night, making it tough for Patterson.
I think you're leaving a one-on-one with Love though on the bottom here. So
I agree, and you can tell that Love wants the football at all times. That's just how he is. That's who he is. He's in his mind, he's better than his opponent, and it shows out there on the football field, especially when he makes those big catches.
oh yeah.
And that's exactly what you need from a star receiver. As we get another quick punt, and that one will not be tipped, as that's going to give us a pretty decent size. As he touches the ball, he's going to try to return this.
Hmm.
Gets about a 12, 13-yard return right there, and he's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's going to be first and 10 at the 42 for the Trojans with 30 seconds left to go on the clock in this first half. It's 40-7. The Trojans on top of the Bobcats here in the first half.
We got to keep my end zone right here. We don't want that clock running.
Yeah, knowing this Trojans offense, they're probably going to try to score right here with these last 30 seconds as they come out with a trips left. And they will be throwing a quick little screen pass. But that's Donovan
Keep him
Jones
on
right
the
there.
field.
I'll tell you what, Donovan Jones did a great job right there making him waste a timeout, and he just breaks through his block, and that's exactly what the rest of this defense needs to feed off of is Donovan Jones's energy right now. As he's wanting to be here, wanting to make the big plays, and he does right there, keeping them inbound off that screenplay.
Oh yes, he did a great job of keeping him in bounds. I think, and it's good to see the word that if we keep him in the bounds and keep the clock going, we can get off the field and get in halftime and regroup, come back and get something going.
I agree, as it's going to be a gain of 6, second and 4 at this timeout. As we want to give a big shout out to Swark today. If you would like, go to youtube.com, swark.today in the search bar. Search us up, give us a subscribe to the channel, and maybe a like on the video. Be much appreciated as we thank Swark today.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll loosen up in the secondary and make sure we keep him out of the end zone.
I agree.
We don't.
see how our safety. Well, he's backed up a lot now, as we're going to be definitely in a prevent right here.
That's
I think Juan Ortiz got a little bit too excited. It's going to be offside against Juan Ortiz right there. Is knowing Juan, he wants to be in there. He loves contact. He wants to make first contact as he jumps right there. It's going to be 1st and 10. It's going to be another deep ball, and he has them. And that will be a touchdown for the Trojans as we got beat over the top once again. Oh, Coach, we're seeing something from this Hot Springs quarterback that hasn't been shown in a long time. He's escaped the pocket pressure, sets his feet, throws a perfect ball into double coverage for the touchdown for the Trojans.
well, that was an outstanding job by that quarterback. He stood there in the pocket, waited for it to develop, got the ball out, and put it on the money.
Escaped a little. We did have good pressure right there, but that quarterback was able to just slip through it and reset his feet and just toss a perfect ball in the double coverage as we got beat over the top. As it's going to be 40. As they missed that PAT, so it's going to be 46-7 with 12 seconds left to go in this first half. The Trojans over the Bobcats. This Our secondary is really struggling here tonight in this first half. We're getting beat over the top way too many times.
Well,
At this point, I think we need to get beat underneath, not over top.
I tell you, the receiver that caught the ball, the last touchdown play, he was a dead sprint. He knew where the ball's going to be. He believed in his quarterback, and our guys didn't think he could make the throw.
I agree. And as a defensive back, you want to watch the hips as much as possible. If you can see them hips and they're just not moving, you know he's going to go for a deep route.
Right.
You just see those hips. If you see a move, you see a little hitch in it, you know he's about to make a break and you can jump it. But with this lead that they got right now, I don't think I would want to jump anything. I'd rather get beat underneath than have a little stop and go and get beat over the top once again.
I agree.
46-7, the Trojans over the Bobcats with 12 seconds left to go in the first half. As we see a little squib, that goes out of that goes out of bounds actually, right at about the 27-yard line, and they will mark that ball at the 36-yard line. For that, I believe it's a 5-yard penalty if he kicks it out of bounds, gives the extra 5 yards after the kick.
Yeah. I think he opt to re-kick.
And they did opt to re-kick right here, as I think they're going to try to squib it and burn this 12 seconds off the clock. And I think that's Kerrigan back to return in the back with Monk and Lindsay up front, along with Gully on the far left. Excuse me, Love and Monk up front with Gully on the far left and Kerrigan in the back. And that will be a little short kick, and Love just going to fall on it right at about the 33-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for your Bobcats at the 33-yard line with 10 seconds left to go in this first half. It is 46-7, the Trojans over the Bobcats. 1st down and 10 to go.
All righty, here we go.
We have really struggled on the offensive line here in the first half. Just can't quite stop this defensive pressure to establish the strong run game that we know we have. But on an upside, our passing has looked pretty solid here in this first half, a few times actually.
No, we hadn't been bad with our pass tonight.
As he has pressure, but just gets rid of the ball, and there's a late flag on
It's
the
gonna be a
play,
hold.
and it's going to be a defensive holding for sure. With 3 seconds left on the clock,
So we get a shot at the end zone right here.
I agree. There was a flag in the back of the secondary right there, and it did look like that cornerback was holding, and and it sure will be pass interference as we have one of our linemen. That's going to be number 72 right there. A little shaken up on the play. That's Xavier Key, as it looks like he might be getting a little cramp, as it is a pretty hot and humid night tonight. See if we can't get him some fluids and get him back on his feet, stretched out, and back on this field. Is he's a big key to our offensive line.
Well, we got to give a Hot Spring that are up front. They are really dominating the game, and they got good size, good speed, and I think that's the difference in the ball game right now. As far as our skilled people, as good as theirs, but up front they're really
I agree, and
bringing it to us.
with having that size and speed up front, it really opens up your secondary to just stick to man coverage, and that's exactly what we're seeing is just uh cover one, just one safety in the back, and they're just manning up on all of our receivers because they have that core defense. As he gets up off the field, number 72, Key gets up off the field and walks off on his own, which is very good to see. Definitely a cramp as he's trying to trying to stomp it out of there. I don't think that's how it works, but but yeah, back to that this Trojans defense. Yeah, they have that strong core up front, and then this linebacker package, which leaves the rest of your secondary to just man up and do what backyard football. What everybody loves to do is just man up
Yeah.
and see who's better than the other. And it's 1st and 10 right here on the 47. As Patterson tries to escape the pocket, but can't quite do it as he's met in the backfield for about a loss of 3 on the play. And that will do it for this first half. It is 46-7. The Trojans on top of your Hope Bobcats. A bunch of things to work on, especially on the really both sides of the football, but especially this offensive line. We just really need to find what's best for us. I know this defensive line is very tough, but the offensive line just needs to really step it up a little bit. On the defensive side of the ball, um, we're just getting beat over the top on all the passes. Every pass is beating us over the top, um, which I know it's hard to play conservative because they have a really, really good running back as well. Just a bunch to work on and there's a bunch to talk about in this halftime break.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Hot Springs have a real fine football team, and they're showing it tonight, especially
Absolutely.
dominating the game up front and being able to pass the ball the way they're doing it. It's give them a lot of credit. That's good. That's a fine football team.
Very, very fine football team here in Hot Springs. Before we go to break, we want to thank a couple of our sponsors. We want to thank Pafford Medical Services. Let us take care of everything. Also, Heather Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation, providing your loved ones with the care they deserve. I'm Ryan Holly. I'm here with Coach Ricky Rhodes, and we'll be back.
Network bringing you breaking news and sports coverage. Network bringing you breaking news and sports coverage. you breaking news and sports coverage.
Bradley goes in motion. Cool, quick pass.
Neighborhood Network bringing you breaking news and sports coverage.